I've been on Mounjaro now for 19 weeks, and I often get the question, what do you eat in a day? Do you starve yourself? Well, let me tell you, I don't starve myself. I've never counted calories. That's not the way I do things, and I don't intend to count calories. In the 19 weeks I've been on this fabulous journey so far, I've lost 3 stone 6 pounds, which is 50, it's this much. I can't work it out in my head because I'm a bit daft. Let's go for a little walk and I'll tell you what I eat generally on a day on my Mounjaro journey. So every day for me starts pretty much the same, like Groundhog Day. I'll always wake up first because my lovely wife Rose likes to sleep in a little bit. She doesn't wake up that early, but most days I'm awake by 6. I'll get up, go and distract myself doing something else rather than making a noise downstairs, and generally make us a drink. Now that's changed for us because before my drink every day would be a cup of coffee first thing. It has been for years, but now I don't drink coffee in the morning. I have myself a nice boiling hot water with a squeeze of lemon juice in it, and it's fabulous. It's a really refreshing drink to start your day. And I make Rose her drink. She has one of them fancy tea things, and that's the start of our day. And then we move on to breakfast. I don't always want breakfast straight away. If I'm going to work early, in fact, I don't have breakfast then. I'll wait until much later on, probably about 10:30, and I'll have one of those protein yogurts. I don't know if you've seen those. I'll put a picture of one up here so you can see them. I get them from Lidl or Sainsbury's. Not expensive, about 50 pence or £1 each or something, but I'll have that for my breakfast. If I'm going out on a later shift, like I don't know, 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm leaving that sort of time of day, then I'll have a bowl of cereal. Generally speaking, it used to be Weetabix. I'd have that quite often. It's very refreshing. Well, refreshing is the wrong word, very filling. I'll have a couple of Weetabix with either strawberries or raspberries, and like half a bowl really. Whereas before I might have filled the bowl right up with different bits and pieces. Now it's just half a bowl of breakfast. Or bran flakes is the flavour of the moment. Never used to like bran flakes. Now a nice handful of bran flakes with raspberries, strawberries, blueberries, and a drop of milk. Wonderful. That is a typical start to my day at the moment, and it sets me up. I'll have that probably about 10 o'clock and go off to work. I won't have another drink at home then. I'll maybe a glass or 2 of water, but I don't have a cup of tea anymore. I always used to have a tea in the morning, and about 10 cups a day, but since being on Mounjaro, my taste buds have changed. So I don't drink tea anymore. Can't bear the taste of tea anymore. It's most peculiar. So that's gone. So it's just water. And where I live, I'll bore you with this, a little bit boring. I'm about an hour and a half from work. Now, I drive for an hour down the motorway until I get close to a petrol station, which gets me a bit excited. I know it's excitement to go to a petrol station. That's changed for me because before I'd go to a petrol station. Sorry, just go around here. I'd go to a petrol station and I'd always buy a couple of bars of chocolate. But now I just get my petrol and I grab a coffee. Now I love the Pret coffee or Starbucks coffee. So the garage I go to is great because it's got a Pret actually inside it. So that's my first coffee of the day really then. Usually about 10:30 by the time I get there. So fairly late really. And yeah, that then is me set for the day, 10:30. Now around about 2 o'clock, I'm starting to feel a bit peckish. Yeah, so what I have then is one of these. Generally at work, I have these every day. I love them. Can't beat a Y food. Now, they have 500 calories each in these Y foods, so it's quite a bit. But I don't really count calories, you know, so it's a tricky one to call. But because I don't think I eat that many calories during the day, I'm quite comfortable with that. But also they have like 25, 26 grams of protein. Now, I know how important protein is and fiber, so I'm very happy to have that during the day. And I have those probably 5 days a week. Luckily, they're different flavors each time, so it's not the same every day. It's the same most days, but not every day. So I've not just lost my tan, I've turned round. It's late afternoon now, actually filming this. Yeah, so that's my lunch. Generally speaking, when I'm at work, I'll have a Y food. And often at home as well, if I've got a day off work, I'll have a Y food then. Because quite frankly, I enjoy them, you know, they are really flavoursome. I'm not affiliated with Y food. I probably should be, because I talk good about them every time I speak about them. So if you're watching Mr. Y food, give me a ring. I'm happy to take you up on that offer, and you can supply me Y food for the year. That'd be great. Okay, so that's about 2 o'clock. I have that, and then that sees me through to when I get home, which could be 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I don't like having my dinner that late at night, but that's generally the way it is. Around about 8, 8:30, we have our dinner when I'm working. If I'm on the later shift, you know. When I say shift, it's up to me what time I go in. It just depends what time I get out of bed. So, dinner time. Again, we try and stick to protein-based meals. So often our main sort of go-to meals seem to be things with chicken or pork. So we might have at the moment, because it's cold now, we're very much into the chicken casserole, which is fantastic, or pork casserole. Absolutely love it. Just with a few little vegetables and even potato in it. We don't mind that at all, you know. So I think you've got to have some carbs, you know. You can't just deny yourself completely. So we did generally have that. I say generally, we have that fairly regular at the moment. Over the last 2 weeks, I think we probably had it 4 times, which is great. The lovely wife Rose, or my lovely wife Rose, has got into a little bit of cooking. Recently, she's been making her own tomato soup, or tomato, red pepper and chili soup. Oh, it's fabulous. It's really nice. So we may well have that a couple of times a week, which is great. But I have that with bread, or if not with bread, then I'll get the protein-based bagels from Sainsbury's. If I can find someone I get in, I'll put them up here so you can see what they look like. But again, that's lovely. And also, the tomato soup is amazing. It's something that Rose has got from her best friend Lizzie. Lizzie's one of the first people we told about being on Mounjaro. She lives down in sunny Somerset. She come up the weekend. I think we don't see her very often, but it's lovely when she does come up. So she got the recipe from her for these things, and it's really nice. Probably quite calorie low, I don't know, but it sounds to me like it's just good, wholesome food, you know? So that's generally our dinners. And then, depending on how we are, if we're going to have a snack or something, what we usually have as a snack, or quite often, will be strawberries and raspberries and blueberries, same sort of thing as breakfast, all chopped up nice in a bowl with some Greek yogurt. Now, sometimes that's my breakfast as well, you know. I might have that for breakfast or for dinner, you know. Never usually the same both days, you know, or the same thing for breakfast and for snacks, but I find it quite tasty. You know, whereas before I just have, I don't know, a packet of biscuits would be my snack, you know. I quite happily chomp through a packet of biscuits and 2 or 3 cups of tea in the evening. Now, I'll have a nice bit of Greek yogurt with that, what I just said, the strawberries and fruit and stuff. During the day, I spend most of the day drinking water. If I feel hungry at any point and it's not a regular time for food, then I'll have a glass of water or a bottle of water if I'm at work. And that does me fine, you know, it stops me thinking about food. Not that I really think about food very much anyway now. Since being on Mounjaro, it's sort of taken that urge away. It's been great like that. And it's working for me, you know, and I'm feeling good. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about the change in your taste buds? Do you feel like you've changed so much that you don't eat the same stuff anymore? The other thing I've really noticed as well, since being on Mounjaro, is that I now eat very different things to what I used to. I'd hardly ever touched a vegetable before. As for fruit, maybe the occasional strawberry, but now there's lots of things I eat, you know, that I never used to. I don't know if that's just because it's a conscious move that I wanted to do this. I think it is. I know I pushed myself to do this because I think, well, I'm investing in this journey. I want to make it work for me, and I want this stuff to sort of last. So I don't want this to be a 2-minute wonder. I want this to be a change for life. So I'm training my mind and my taste buds and everything else so that I can carry on this journey after Mounjaro, because I don't want to be on it forever. But at the moment, it's going very well. When you first start Mounjaro, you may find that you're feeling extra tired and also lethargic, like you've got no energy left at all. And you may well think to yourself, oh, that's down to Mounjaro, it's making me feel like this. That's exactly what I thought. But if you sort of take a step back and look at it, really what it actually is your body saying to you, you're not eating enough. Because it's very easy not to eat enough when you're on Mounjaro, because you won't feel hungry. And your body tells you it's not got enough energy left. And that's why you're feeling tired. So don't starve yourself. Whatever you do, don't starve yourself. It won't help you. If you're going to remember anything, is don't starve yourself, you know, you need to eat. If you don't eat, then you won't lose weight. I know that sounds like a crazy thing to say, but you won't. Your weight loss will really slow down, and before you know it, it will stop, because your body will go into some sort of shock and it thinks it's being starved, so it holds on to everything it can. And you'll find that you've got no energy. You'll be tired all the time. Okay guys, that's it for today. I just wanted to tell you about the food situation I'm in. Hopefully you get something out of this video and you won't go ahead and starve yourself like I first did when I first started Mounjaro. It's not the answer. Also, while you're here, I don't know if you can see this little feature. I got myself a new iPhone yesterday. Mainly because the old one was running out of storage all the time and it was very difficult to actually do my filming. And the battery wasn't lasting very long. But on this new one, it's got this amazing thing where I can sort of talk to you in one corner up there, and at the same time, you can see what I can see in front of me. If you've not joined me before, I'm Paul, the London cab driver, and this is my Mounjaro weight loss journey. If you have joined me before, welcome back. And you'll probably also know that I'm down near my mother's if you've joined me before. I'm just going to go and see her today. Today's a bit unusual because it's a Saturday. I nearly always work on a Saturday. But this Saturday is the Lord Mayor's show in London. So a huge part of it is closed for the show. So it makes it very difficult to actually go and drive my taxi around London. So you've been lucky enough to get me for the day. So you'll probably see this video tomorrow morning, Sunday. It's November the 6th, I think, today, or no, November the 8th, 2025. So thank you for joining me. I hope that dog barking in the background is not giving you too much hassle. I'm going to go and see my mum. My lovely Rose is in the car waiting for me. She was chatting to her friend again on the phone. I should have been in this video. Every week she seems to find an excuse not to be in the video. Today it was, oh, my friend's on the phone, I can't come now. So that's that. I'm going to be sneaky, go up to her in a second in the car and she can be in the video just for a second. She won't know she's in it, so. Okay. If I don't come back to you, thanks so much for watching. And I love you all. See you next week. One little tiny point of interest. This week, I went to the shops and I bought myself a new top. And the top I bought size was large. First time in, I don't know, anymore, probably 15 years, a large, not an extra large. What do you think of that? Yeah, look, she's in there in the car. I'm on the phone. I'm on the phone, she says. There you go, she's still on the phone. 45 minutes after I said I'll be back in a minute, she's still on the phone. So that's that, guys. Okay, I'll talk to you next week. Bye now.